Hi guys, welcome to NYC. We're right outside of 75 Club. Shh, don't tell. It's a speakeasy.
Yep, it's not only a speakeasy, but it's also a live jazz club. So they have live jazz music, which we're excited about. We just got dinner with some friends, and it was really a 3-minute walk from where we got dinner. So we said, gotta check it out, might as well. So I'll just spin around here so you can see it. Pretty neat. Look at this building. Isn't that awesome? And it's actually underground, I believe. So we're gonna go over and check it out now. You want me to take a picture? Huh.
Hey everybody. I'll just kind of share a little history with you. So the 75 Club is a refined and relaxed jazz room named after its builder, the originator of cast iron building design. The mansion has been beautifully restored to highlight its rich history. A stunning 5-story facade replicating the late 13th century Palazzo Vajraman in Venice. This place is actually featured on the list of U.S. Historic places, so it's actually on the registry. And unfortunately, it was named one of the best jazz spots in all of New York City just last year, but we actually just learned it's closing. So we're a little disappointed. You know, wish that we had known about this before. We could have brought all of our friends to help keep it in business. But we're looking forward to some world-class jazz.
Well, we are back. You know what I'm gonna say? After another successful night.
All in all,
It was a great night. Coincidentally, one of the next speakeasies on the list was the 75 Club, and it turned out to be a 3-minute walk from where we were getting dinner. So it seemed pretty much like it was calling our name. And I think it was to some extent, because it turned out that it's actually the last week of the 75 Club. It's shutting down, I think after this Thursday or this Friday. So I'm really glad we got to go and experience it before it closes. I think the 75 Club, it's kind of like the Ship in some ways, where yes, it's not quite as hidden of a speakeasy, but it is still kind of a cool thing where it's just a door that's a 75 on it. And so it's easy to miss if you're not looking for it. It's in a cool building. You walk in, you go down the stairs, so it's underground, and you emerge in this cool jazz club. So I think that's always cool when it's not only a speakeasy, but you have live music too. And it kind of reminds me of Little Branch, and they were all phenomenal musicians. I think it's a shame they're closing down, because I think maybe these days people don't care about jazz music as much, and they're more into going out to the clubs to dance to whatever the top 40 are, which is fine. But jazz really, the intricacy of the music and the tempos and the syncopation, it was really impressive to watch these musicians play. It was like they're at the top of the game. It was just incredible, very inspiring for any musicians, including myself. And yeah, so it was great. The drinks were good. They weren't anything too complicated or intricate, but they tasted good. They were pretty strong, I think. We each had 2. Again, it's a shame that it's closing down this week, but I'm glad we got to see it before it closes down. And on the bright side, even though the 75 Club is closing down, there are some other cool jazz clubs in the city that we can always go to, and maybe we'll on a future NYC that are also really good. Like Smalls Jazz Club is the classic, and then there's also like Tommy Jazz, and there's another place in Tribeca that's listed as a speakeasy called B Flat. That's kind of unmarked, and it's actually a Japanese place, so you get sushi there too. So we might actually do that. Go there and get dinner and check that out at some point. So until then, cross the number 1 off the list, 75 Club. It was excellent. We both had a great time. It's always good going to any place that has live music, especially a speakeasy. All right, guys. Have a good night.